Welcome to your journey into space. The reason I say healing from this abuse is like traveling into space is because you really are traveling into this deep dark space where most people don't travel to. From where you are shot into space is a location which is secluded far from human civilization. Much like how the narcissist isolates you before they abuse you. Then after the abuse you feel so far away from everyone, you feel so alone. Much like how when you are shot into space, you have the knowledge that people are still there but you cannot reach them as you are now floating in space. Once you are hurt by the narcissist and before you heal, you pretty much lose touch with everyone including yourself. The only thing that surrounds you is the space around you. The silence and the vast amounts of the unknown surrounding you. The healing journey is not linear, much like journeying into space. There is no such thing as a linear travel in space. There is getting from point A to point B, but this travel depends on many factors much like healing. While healing in this journey you can accept to travel from one point to another, but it will happen in a haphazardly manner. 1 week you might tend to the wounds of your inner child and the next week you are dealing with some unprocessed emotion. Even after you do the work, you feel fatigued, exhausted and sad. This is because the work you put in through therapy or by yourself will unearth traumas and it will bring it to the surface. Again, nothing will be linear. You may have dealt with your grief, but your loneliness might be triggering your abandonment wounds. This might leave you craving for a relationship which may not be the best choice for your nervous system. But coming to this point is not necessarily a bad thing. Being attracted to wrong high chemistry relationships is a huge opportunity for healing. You not only get to gain an understanding of why you are attracted to such relationships, but you gain the opportunity to build boundaries and assert your self-worth. It is in moments like this you get to feel your self-worth in your feelings. This person who you are so attracted to is going to abuse you, which is why the chemistry between you two is so thick. Also, they know you sense them as love. This is because this pattern, this dynamic is something your nervous system senses as familiar. When you build boundaries at this stage, say no, walk away, respect yourself, you have formed a new neural pathway. This neural pathway will not be as strong with one experience, but it will serve you as a reminder when another strong chemistry attraction comes into your life. You repeat the process of boundaries, self-worth, walking away, saying no. You do this multiple times and that is how you develop strong boundaries and a healthy self-esteem. You are respecting yourself and you have given birth to a new you. This is healing. Saying no to toxic relationships will be much harder than saying no to colleagues, friends, and family. When you know better and you want to heal, there is always a good reason to make that good choice. It will not feel good saying no to toxic relationships. You will feel sad and you will feel lonely for long periods of time, but you will be birthing a new you. With all your realized self-worth and strong boundaries, you will turn into an individual who will always look for approval from yourself. When you only seek your own approval, you will have self-esteem made from iron and steel. Coming back to journeying into space. While you work on your boundaries and your self-esteem, your inner child might still need a lot of reassurance and a lot of therapy. This inner child is the one who holds the key to well-being. A wounded inner child which has not received love will always feel abandoned and insecure. The constant connection you maintain with your inner child will determine how your day goes. It will determine your moods and how you manage yourself through the day. When you are able to soothe this inner child and do things which makes this child happy is when you will begin to feel better. Inner child experience is also quite relevant to journeying into space. When we are not surrounded by the familiar, the one that cries the loudest is your inner child. They feel alone and insecure. This is what comes up for us as anxiety, loneliness, and insecurity. When you are able to soothe this part of you is when you have come the closest to yourself. Coming closest to yourself is not possible when you are surrounded by others and when something extraordinary has not happened to you. In the case of the narcissist, they hurt you and you are isolated as a result. You may feel like you have lost yourself, but this is the only time you have come this close to your inner being. You are looking into how you are feeling and you only have you. This is not such a bad place to be. You are taking a good look at yourself and you are also trying to offer all those things to yourself which a healthy adult should be able to offer to themselves. If I had to journey into space and I was surrounded by no one, I would have all sorts of emotions come up for me and I would have to take care of myself. Thanks to the narcissist, this healing journey has brought you to a place where you only have you and you are learning to take care of yourself. Give yourself a nice tight hug because you are going to need it. While it might be true that you feel you have lost yourself, but you have also come the closest to yourself. The self within you exists. It needs healing is all for it come back down to earth and start living again. It feels as though you cannot react, respond and interact with situations as you should. You feel disconnected from yourself. This does not mean you have lost yourself. It only means that you have not received love from someone whom you loved. They mistreated you, so now you have lost your self-esteem, boundaries and touch with your feelings. You feel stuck. Your nervous system needs repair. You are wounded and you need healing. Much like when you are in space. You are not lost, the base on Earth still knows you are afloat. You are just in an environment you should not be in. But this space travel is necessary to do the work. Much like in healing, you need the isolation from others in order to heal. The work is done in solid seclusion. You will have your therapist, your community like in space how you have the spaceship and the navigator. You are not lost, but in fact you are being given the right conditions to be guided. When you have been cut off from meeting your own needs, your own wants, hearing your own heart for so long, the isolation is a requisite necessity to be able to recognize your needs and meet them again and to reconnect with yourself. To drop from your thinking mind into your feeling heart and respond to how you are feeling again. People who have traveled to space might wonder if they have ever been this alone despite having a crew with them. This healing journey makes you feel the same way. You wonder if you have felt this alone your whole life. But give yourself the love and compassion you gave to the narcissist this whole time. Now in this isolation you only have yourself, so offer this love and compassion to yourself. Offer yourself the time to process this shock. The shock of having lived with a devil who stole your life. This offering of compassion is healing. While it may not feel the best, this healing journey, it serves a purpose. It forces us to come to certain points where you can make choices that can heal you. While I may have rambled on about space journeying, it is only draw a parlance between the two journeys. It can be lonely, isolating and a jarring experience, but it serves a clear purpose. The mission of healing and taking humanity to the next level. That is the thing about healing from this abuse, you will have discovered something about yourself in the process, and when you share it with others you will see everyone else being able to heal from their wounds. It literally is mission humanity and evolving together. A huge step in feeling connected to the larger collective, the human species. This suffering you experience will leave you a different human being. The pain you feel will release all the compassion you can feel not only for yourself but for those around you as well. The suffering of others will no longer be different from your own suffering. So you might be isolated in your space mission, but you know you are there to do something for the rest of humanity. The responsibility has been entrusted upon you as only you have the courage, intelligence, and internal resources to make headway in this mission for the rest of us. You have a lot to offer to those who are suffering and in pain, as you have had a chance to experience this pain yourself. It can be easy to lose faith in this journey. It can feel as though you are staring into space and life as you know it has come to an end. You are afloat in deep space and home is not even home anymore. But your spaceship will land and life will not be so isolating always. You will return to planet Earth and you will have a new place to call home. Keeping the faith is only possible if you keep believing. Keep reinforcing the belief that a new life is waiting on the other side of your healing journey. Whatever you do, never give up. There are no milestones or stages to this journey. It is more of a map with different places which you might have to visit over and over again. Thanks for watching.